It is mailbag time here on Seattle Seahawks Today. It is our post-first wave of NFL free agency mailbag. A lot to dissect, and there's still plenty of rumors going on out there, especially when it comes to some trade ideas. I'll be honest, I kind of already took a sneak peek into the mailbag, and some of you are talking about potentially trading up for Travis Hunter, maybe a trade for Kyle Pitts. Let's go ahead and dive in and get started here on Seahawks Today. Gingerbread Man with a $20 super chat writes in. I know you guys had seen the Cooper Kupp press conference. Honestly, just didn't like the guy because he was from the Rams. But I feel like he said almost everything right in my opinion. I feel like he might bring some aura. Yes, he will bring some aura to him, to this Seattle Seahawks team. And he's been part of a championship team. He's a great leader. He's a very good receiver. He's a good blocker. He does all the little things right. He carries himself well. Cooper Kupp is the type of guy you would want your daughter to marry. I can't say anything but positive things about Cooper Kupp. And I think he's going to be a natural fit for what Seattle wants to do. And I cannot wait. And hopefully he stays healthy, because if he does, then you're going to be doing really good. And one of the things I took away from that press conference, and we did a video on it this week, was that Cooper Kupp's coming in hungry. He doesn't like the way things ended with the LA Rams when he was shown the door. He's got a little chip on his shoulder, a little edge to him. But he's not cocky. He's confident about it. I can't wait. Thank you, Gingerbread Man. Abdul Aziz says, who do you think is the new wide receiver 3? At the moment, it is MVS. Ugh. Hopefully not for long. You may know I'm not the biggest fan of MVS. That's a whole other topic for another day. We can go in more detail on that another time. But I think the answer, when it's all said and done, of who will be the wide receiver 3 will be somebody in the draft, whether it's a day 2 or a day 3 pick. I don't think it's going to be very hard to beat out MVS to be the number 3 receiver and to take on that role. But for now, it's MVS. Hopefully not for long. Abdul Aziz, we'll see. Doug with a $2 super chat. Doug. I loved that show, Doug, on Nickelodeon back in the day. Great show. That one kid with the football head. Will we actually sign offensive line players before the draft? Well, at the time of this recording, this is Wednesday, and there has not been much done on the offensive line front. I am hopeful. I am optimistic. It needs to happen, because you cannot solve all of your offensive line problems through the draft. It can help, but it can't solve them all. You're going to need a combination between free agent signings and players in the draft to get this offensive line where it needs to be. So, Doug, I think so, but I've been disappointed by John Schneider before, one too many times, actually. So, we'll wait and see. It's a fair question, Doug. I'm hopeful, but I'll believe it when I see it. Folks, I want to make sure not only you're subscribed to your favorite channel on YouTube, Seattle Seahawks Today, with your fearless leader, Tyler Jones, but also that you have your notifications turned on. That way, when we have new content, breaking news, a live show, you pull out your phone, you get the noti, and it says Seahawks Today, new video, live show, whatever, and you push that button, and boom, you're there, and you get to see my lovely face talking about your favorite team. That sounds like a win-win if you ask me. So go ahead and subscribe now. Turn on notifications. Join the Noti Gang. That way you're the first to know when we have new content right here on the channel. Subscribe for free. YouTube.com/SeahawksTV. Hit that Noti bell. If you're part of the Noti Gang, spam Noti Gang in the comments section. We'll continue with today's show. Hawks till I die. All right, in. Could the Seahawks trade up for Travis Hunter? Ooh, this is going to get some people riled up. Let me just start with Travis Hunter. I like Travis Hunter a lot. I remember a mock draft many, many months ago from Mel Kiper Jr. that projected Seattle taking Travis Hunter. Travis Hunter's stock has gone up, And that does not look like it is possible for Seattle to draft Travis Hunter. But a trade, well, it's a little expensive. You're going to have to likely go up into the top 3, at least the top 5, to get Travis Hunter. And then you have to ask yourself, is he a receiver or is he a DB? His receiving numbers, fantastic last year. He was great. 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. He is the Shohei Ohtani of college football. Once-in-a-generation talent. Unbelievable what he did with that Colorado team. And it was great on both sides. But I think that he is more of a corner at the next level than he is a receiver. And I can't imagine too many teams, Seattle included, allowing Travis to play both ways full time. I think his best bet is to play defensive back full time, and then maybe you let him get involved in special teams. Maybe he's on the field for some 4 and 5 wide receiver packages when you need to run a no-huddle offense, when you need to spread out the field. He could be used in that way, but I highly doubt he is going to be a full-time receiver at this next level. With that said, I would like Travis Hunter on this team, and he'd be awesome. And I would say of anyone in this draft that's got the best shot to make the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, Travis Hunter's probably got the best chance of any player in this draft. He's that good. But it is going to cost you an arm and a leg, and Seattle cannot afford to give up an arm and a leg to move up as high as it would take to get Travis Hunter at this point. Should the Seahawks trade up for Travis Hunter? Type T for trade up, P for pass. What do you think about that idea to bring Travis Hunter to Seattle? Weigh in our pinned comment today. Let us know what you think. Seahawks on top, all right, Sam. How much cap space do we have left? So, the latest number that I have for you, courtesy of the folks at Spotrac, and this changes every day. This is as of this recording on Wednesday from our live show. $61.7 million is the number that Spotrac is reporting. I don't know how accurate that is because this stuff's changing by the minute. But if it's true that they actually have over $61 million, John needs to start spending. Start cashing in those checks and paying some guys. But you do think about it. You got to save at least $10 million for the draft. John has already said he wants to save some money for some potential mid-season signings or trades. But there appears to be plenty of cash to spend at this point. We'll see what they do with it. Seahawks and Tua fan with a $2 super chat. Much appreciated, Seahawks and Tua fan. I'm curious what the context is, Seahawks and Tua fan. How did you choose between Seahawks and Tua? Do you like that Hawk Tua just spitting on that thing or something? Should we trade up for T-Mac? Let him slide to 18. I would not trade up for T-Mac, the star receiver from Arizona. I like him. He ran a very good 40 time, especially for his size. I liked the combination of him and Noah Fafita there at Arizona. They were terrific 1-2. If Fafita was a little bit taller, he would be an NFL quarterback, but he's a little small for this level. But T-Mac, if he's available at 18, I would certainly be open to that discussion. But trading up for him, I'd probably lean towards no on that, especially since you have JSN and Kupp. Wide receiver isn't your top need, especially giving up assets at 18 at this point. Mike Mack Choppin writes in, any chance the Seahawks could trade for Kyle Pitts? Well, I got to tell you, at the time of this recording anyway, Noah Fant is still a member of the Seattle Seahawks, and I'm a little bit surprised by that. He was somebody that almost everybody thought was going to get cut, but it seems like, at least for now anyway, we might have to circle back when June 1 comes around for the post-June 1 cuts. Noah Fant is still here. They can do better than Noah Fant. Noah Fant is overpaid and doesn't have enough production. Kyle Pitts had a fantastic season in 2021. Over 1,000 yards. He looked like he was on his way to being one of the top tight ends in football. Since then, he's been just kind of okay. I would be willing to move on from Noah Fant and give Kyle Pitts a shot because the production is better, and he's younger, and he's on a rookie contract compared to what we've seen from Noah Fant. I can't imagine you having to give up too much for Kyle Pitts either. I would like the idea of Kyle Pitts. Should the Hawks trade for Kyle Pitts? Y for yes, N for no, Y for C, N for no. Get in the comment section and let us know. I have a great deal because I'm a man of deals here on Seahawks Today. We have Cooper Kupp jerseys available now with free shipping. Yes, free shipping included, folks. What are you waiting for? These things are going hot. Look, it's going to get warm here pretty soon. You're going to be going to the cookout with your buddies. Maybe it's a lake day. And when you're hanging out with the boys, you want to show that you're the most loyal Seahawk fan. And the best way you can do so is by getting a jersey of a new player. He's home, folks. This is one of our own now. This is a jersey you're going to want to wear for a long time. Get the most out of. Cooper Kupp jerseys on sale now, plus free shipping at chatsports.com/cup to get yours today. Link is in the comments and description of today's video. Also have more merchandise at that same link. Go to chatsports.com/cup to get yours now. All right, we got time for a couple more here. Let's go to Mike. Trade up and make a move for Cam Ward? No. I like Cam Ward. I think he's clearly the best quarterback in this draft. But, like when we talked about with Travis Hunter, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, and you got a quarterback in Sam Darnold now. If you didn't have Sam Darnold, maybe. But you got Sam Darnold. No, you're not trading up for Cam Ward. Mike, try again. Boskin writes in, with John Schneider hatred for O-line, how many of our top 5 picks will be O-line? And would Grant be the most likely to be our first pick? I think Kenneth Grant from Michigan's a possibility. I'm hopeful that Tyler Booker, Kelvin Banks is going to be an option, but there better be. There better be multiple linemen drafted in this draft. We'll find out, but time will tell there, Boskin. I think there should be, but we'll see. Last question. The Seahawk fan J. Should we sign a defensive end? I thought there was an I there at first and said DEI or something there. The only DEI I know is Dale Earnhardt Incorporated. Raise Hail, praise Dale. Should we sign a defensive end? Well, you signed DeMarcus Lawrence. Maybe a guy for cheap or something, but you already made your big signing there. You already took care of that. I would be surprised if they spent a significant amount of money on another player like that, but we'll see. Time will tell. Appreciate you joining us here on this edition of Seattle Seahawks Today. For continuing Seahawks coverage, subscribe now for free. YouTube.com/Seahawks TV. Turn on notifications. We'll see you next time here on the channel.